It's another episode of Sports Talk with Psycho Sam, and I'm going to be going over the Seahawks versus the Broncos. We're going to talk about the keys to victory, what I think we need to do in order to get the W. So it's going to start off on the offensive side of the ball. I believe Case Keenum needs to at least have one touchdown and throw for at least 250 yards. He needs to take shots down the field so the defense can't just play the shorter routes. And also, we got to hit the ground hard. Royce Freeman, I believe, should go over 100 yards in this game and maybe get a couple touchdowns as well. He needs to be strong. He needs to be big. He needs to be physical. He needs to be like he was in Oregon. It all depends on the run game. If our run game is not started tomorrow, I think we will have a hard time with the passing game. So it all starts with that offensive line. They need to be big, nasty, and physical and fucking pound those fuckers into the ground. They need to give a bigger push when it comes to the run game, and they need to be able to call out the blocking audibles, picking up the blitz, being more physical. They got to be nasty. They got some pretty big dudes there. Bowles, Leary, Paradis, McGovern, and Valdir. They're all big guys. They should use that size wisely. And then for our wide receivers, same thing. Thomas and Sutton, they're big physical guys. They're strong. They're fast. They need to play that way. They need to be big, physical, push them DBs around, show them who's fucking boss. And for Emmanuel Sanders, I expect him to be the go-to guy. He needs to play big out of the slot, I believe, to get everybody else going. And when Case Keenum's in trouble, that should be his guy he goes to. All right. And then for the defensive side, it all starts with Bradley Chubb and fucking Von Miller, my guy. They need to fucking get in there after the quarterback and make sure their presence is fucking felt on every play. Be the superstars that you are. Be the fucking game breaker. I expect them to be in there every play. And he's a beast, Von Miller, when it comes to fucking stopping the run as well. Expect him to get a few tackles for losses. That's where I think Bradley needs to work on. He needs to work on stopping the run, setting the edge, and making sure they don't get to the outside on him. And then our linebackers, they need to do well in coverage. Big key against tight ends and running backs. They were dead last when it comes to coverage last year against tight ends and running backs. They just need to know their assignments and get after it. The defensive line needs to have constant pressure on Russell Wilson, like be in his ass all game. Justin Simmons, he needs to be sideline to sideline, moving around. And Darian Stewart, he needs to be that thumping force, in there on the ground game and hitting people when they come across the middle. Let them know who you are. Let them feel your hit every time. Like, be physical. Be that fucking hard hitter like Steve Atwater, Get in there and just lay somebody the fuck out. So basically we need constant pressure. Our defensive line needs to be in the backfield when it comes to the run game. Make sure they're just not running all over the place. And those are the keys to victory. I see the Broncos winning 27-17. Go Broncos!